After more than 1,200 days in Russian captivity, Butler native Marc Fogel is heading home. This picture from ABC News shows him on the plane with some snacks and a drink. And with that, we do want to thank you so much for joining us at 6. I'm Kelly Sasso.
And I'm Mike Clark. The international teacher from Oakmont was detained back in 2021 when he was stopped at a Russian airport for possessing medical marijuana. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Sheldon Ingram just spoke with Fogel's mother about his long-awaited release. But first tonight, we're going to head to Washington, D.C. and our bureau reporter, Kaylin Norwood, with more on the exchange made between the White House and Russia. Kaylin?
Well, Mike and Kelly, Marc Fogel is set to be reunited with his family soon, and President Trump says he'll be coming to the White House tonight. Take a listen.
We'll be at the White House tonight at about 10 o'clock. If you want to come over, you can say hello to him.
Did you guys give anything in return?
Not much. No, they were very nice. We were treated very nicely by Russia, actually.
Fogel was only recently reclassified as wrongfully detained, the major hurdle preventing him from being included in past prisoner swaps. On the campaign trail, President Donald Trump talked about bringing Fogel home, even inviting his family to several rallies in Pennsylvania. Earlier this afternoon, President Trump's national security advisor said Fogel's release came after the administration negotiated an exchange that, quote, serves as a show of good faith from the Russians and a sign that we are moving in the right direction to end the brutal and terrible war in Ukraine. We caught up with Senator John Fetterman on Capitol Hill this afternoon for his reaction to Fogel's release.
For the family, you know, we've had multiple conversations with the family over, since I've been here, and it's just been such an amazing development.
It's still unclear what, if anything, the U.S. offered up in this exchange, and Moscow has yet to comment on the release. Reporting live from Washington, Kaylin Norwood, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
He says, I'm waiting for a plane to take me to Washington, D.C., which was unbelievable, unbelievable.
Her smile tells the story. Fogel's mother, Malphine, sharing the moment her son told her he was finally coming home.
Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Sheldon Ingram went to her home today, and she told him how it feels after years of trying that her son is coming home.
Marc Fogel's family is filled with joy now that he is headed back home to the United States.
He just said, I'm in the Moscow airport. And of course, he usually calls from the prison. And I said, well, what are you doing there? He says, I'm waiting for a plane to take me to Washington, D.C., which was unbelievable, unbelievable.
What were you feeling at that moment when he said
well,
that?
you know what? I actually got dizzy.
He called my mom right before he got on the plane. And so it was like, oh my gosh, this is going to happen. And then we got the news that they were out of Russian airspace. So we are really pumped.
This is the image Marc Fogel's family has been waiting for nearly 4 years. His journey back to the United States, his home soil. Marc's mother, Malphine Fogel, says every night at 9:30, she and her sisters pray together for Marc's release. But she believes his release should have happened long ago because his offense was not criminal.
Medical marijuana, which he needed for his back pain. He had 3 serious back operations.
Fogel's flight back to Washington is scheduled to land just after 9 o'clock. And then he heads to San Antonio, Texas, where he will undergo a physical and psychiatric evaluations. Reporting from Butler, Sheldon Ingram, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Sheldon, thank you. In the 3+ years since Fogel was arrested, there have been many efforts to bring him home.
Yeah, so much has been involved in this, and we want to bring in investigative reporter Paul Van Osdol. And Paul, you put together a timeline of events to walk us through this.
That's right, Kelly. The drama began when Marc Fogel returned to Russia to begin what he thought would be one final year of teaching before his retirement. In August 2021, Marc Fogel is arrested at a Moscow airport for carrying a ½ ounce of medical marijuana. He was using it to manage chronic back pain stemming from spinal injuries. June 2022, a Russian court convicts Fogel of large-scale drug smuggling and sentences him to 14 years in a maximum security penal colony. Russian lawyers tell Fogel's family a typical sentence for that offense is just 5 years probation. August 2022, Russian courts deny Fogel's appeal of his sentence. December 2022, Russia releases basketball star Brittany Griner, who was convicted on a charge similar to Fogel's. June 2023, Pennsylvania Congress members introduced the Mark Fogel Act, demanding greater transparency from the State Department on how they determine wrongful detainment. December 2023, Pennsylvania's congressional delegation urges Secretary of State Antony Blinken to include Fogel in any prisoner swap with Russia. June 2024, the Senate unanimously passes a resolution calling on Russia to release Fogel. And in December 2024, U.S. State Department declares Fogel wrongfully detained following years of pressure from elected officials and his family. Now, in June, Fogel's mother filed a lawsuit against then Secretary of State Blinken over the failure to designate him as wrongfully detained. That suit was dropped in December when Fogel finally received that designation. Paul Van Osdol, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.